Ellie works from her heart. She does everything she can to help anybody in need. She doesn't judge. She is always available to help, professionally and personally. She puts everybody else first and really cares about people, whether she knows them or not.
She will never walk away from a situation, ever. If somebody needs help, she will be there for them, and she will see it through till the end to make sure that that person gets what they need, what they deserve, and she always does it with full courtesy and respect for that patient.
I really think that Ellie's profession as a social worker fits her. It's her passion, and it's nice to see people that their profession is their passion in life.
It started when I was really young. I knew even through high school that I wanted to do social work. It's just been always something that I was interested in and wanted to be sure that I was, part of giving something back.
There's a story from Tom Sawyer that talks about Tom Sawyer needing a sign to paint a fence. And what he did was to enlist his friends to come. This reminds me so much of Ellie because that's what she does. But the difference with Ellie is that she herself participates in doing the work. She doesn't just hand it off to her friends and then watch them do the work, but she actually is in there scraping and painting and doing the organizing as well.
For 2 years, she led a team from Westlake Hospital that basically went into different neighborhoods throughout the city to totally renovate homes for people who applied for the help. She did all the planning, all the shopping, all of the management involved, and in one day we totally renovated these homes.
Ellie has a very special place in the heart of District 89. At the beginning of the school year, she provides, she organizes a book bag drive within the hospital, and everybody participates, and she gives us book bags that are packed with school supplies.
Each year she organizes class lists, recruits volunteers, and also goes shopping and packs the bags to bring over to the school district. This year we raised over 70 backpacks to donate to the kids of the District 89.
Here in the chapel we have the time of blessing when all these supplies are gathered together. And it's just wonderful to see the packs and packs that are going to be going out and be used by the kids in helping them gain an education.
Sometimes when you do these drives in the community, you always have to, of course, ask what they need, but sometimes they come back to you seeking things that are unexpected. And we did a mitten and hat drive for many years in the winter and gave them to the local schools. And a few years ago, the school district came back to us and said, "That's great, but we also have kids that don't have coats." And so that just, unleashed a line of giving from our employees even more. It's really amazing. Every year we raise jackets for kids from kindergarten through 8th grade to keep them warm. So it's a good thing.
We get coats, mittens, hats for our students who, again, don't have a warm coat to wear in the winter. I think last year we had coats and hats and mittens for about 150 of our students.
A lot of people in the community live below the poverty line, so doing all this fundraising, all this community outreach is really important to the community, and the community knows that Westlake does give a lot of attention, needs, and money to help the families in the neighborhood.
Really I feel like kind of selfishly all these drives and things we do for the community especially give so much back to me. It's really, that is part of me, and taking care of myself is doing things that are philanthropic and feel good and giving back. I don't think it's enough for us as a hospital to provide good care in our doors. I think it's so important to give good care and present ourselves well inside the doors as people walk in, but I also think it's important for us to have a relationship with the community outside our doors, that the community needs to know how much we care about them, even when they're not sick or even when they're not in the hospital.
She's the nicest person you'll ever meet. She cares about everybody, goes above and beyond to help anybody she can. As far as work, she comes in early, she stays late, she goes to patients' houses. I've seen her help somebody buy eyeglasses who couldn't afford them. She brings groceries to people. She is just has the biggest heart of anybody I know.
And she has a phenomenal ability to listen carefully to what the needs are and then to respond with a sense of compassion and really strong concern.
I remember there was one patient who was from Jamaica, and being the dietitian, we don't have Jamaican food on the menu, so Ellie searched out a Jamaican restaurant in the neighborhood to find this poor man food that he would eat and that he would love.
You know, nobody wants to be in the hospital as good as the care is, and sometimes patients, they need something that you can see in them that is maybe just different than what you would normally think. To make them comfortable is one thing, but sometimes patients just feel so disconnected from their life or their outside world or their usual food that getting them something that makes them feel like them again, and sometimes it's a matter of, you know, a new pair of shoes or sweatpants to help them in rehab, or Jamaican food that reminds them of being at home in their wife's kitchen, or a good haircut because it's been a while. All these kind of outside things, I think, make a difference. It just makes the experience here more personalized. I think that's an important part of providing great care.
She has that special expertise to be able to sense what can be done, what outsiders can do to contribute to the needs of people, as well as not overstepping and taking away what people can do for themselves as well. So she combines that sense of compassion and care as well as that professional expertise.
It's pretty standard of care to help do depression surveys for our moms for postpartum, once they deliver. As you know, postpartum depression is such a significant issue, and she has followed up with them not only here, but she's actually come to my office a couple times with patients that were either high risk or she and I didn't feel were getting enough care. And she came on her own after hours. They come out and thank me for having her come, and they thank her for the resources that they received from her.
Whether it's to help a staff person, a patient, a family member, people call her that she's known from a long time ago from outside the community for advice on things, or she's full of resources. She does that 24/7, really.
To serve patients the best, you really have to get to know about them and their family, their situation, resources, what's special to them, what's individual to their situation. So it's, you know, every day there's a challenge in getting to know your patients and to do the best that you can do.
I think it's understanding where others are coming from. It's understanding is what they're going through, what their needs are. Being able to put yourself in their place. Some of them are going through life-changing experiences, and they need a lot of help to transition.
Compassion means being empathetic to someone, walking in their shoes, and taking time to listen to them. A lot of times it's just a matter of hearing someone out, what their needs and wants are, and doing your best to meet those needs and making sure they know how much you care about them.